My name's Stephen Morris. I'm President of the Institute of Asset Management. We do need to make a prompt start, a couple of minutes late, obviously because of the tube strikes today. So firstly, thank you everybody for making the huge effort to get here today, and good to see so many of you as well. We have a very packed agenda and we are webcasting the event, so please do bear that in mind if you wish to speak and ask a question, that we are actually being webcast as well. Hopefully that doesn't put you off, but the recording actually will subsequently be available online as well. So really delighted to have so many interesting and busy people here today who've agreed to speak at this celebration of the launch of ISO 55000. I'll introduce them briefly in a second, but first of all, just as I say, thank you all very much for coming today. Just before we begin, can you just make sure that your mobile phones are either turned off or turned onto silent, please? Particularly since we are webcasting as well, so we don't want that to come through on the webcast. There's no fire drill today, no, not that I'm aware of, certainly none planned, so if it sounds, it will be genuine, and please do make your way outside for further instructions. There will be a question and answer session after the main speakers, and a microphone will be brought to you. So if you could just say your name and the company or affiliation as well before you ask the question, that would be most helpful. Thank you. The event will finish in time for a drinks reception prior to the afternoon seminar, and I'll go through details later, but there will indeed be lunch as well, so everybody is welcome to attend both of those. I'd also just like to take this opportunity to thank our exhibitors and our sponsors today, and in particular CGI for their very, very generous support today. And this has enabled us to use what I think is a delightful and certainly very historic venue today. We're also grateful to BSI for collaborating with us over the last decade, as well as helping us to organise this event. So now I just want to introduce our authoritative panel of speakers. I'm sure that we could easily listen to them for some considerable time, but I am afraid we're going to have to limit, because of our agenda this morning, to about 6 to 10 minutes. I'm under strict instructions not to exceed that, so, but then I am chairing it, so I guess I'm going to have a little bit of latitude. So, just to thank them all very much for coming and making time in their busy diaries, as I'm sure, for coming along and joining us today. Between them, they represent a wide range of users of asset management standards, and they're also contributors to both philosophy, competence, and certainly to good practice as well. They will introduce their own context and relationships to the emerging asset management profession in their own short talks, but I'd just like to just mention their appointments and their names and introduce them first. So from left to right, I hope in order of speaking, they're Terry Hill, who's chair of the board of Arup Trustees. Oh, right to left. My left to right. So your right to left. Anyway, this is Terry. So, so it's Terry Hill, Chair of the Board of Arup Trustees and President of ISO. Scott Steedman, Director of Standards at BSI. David Wright, Director of Electricity Transmission Asset Management at National Grid. Keith Hamer, who is Group VP Engineering and Asset Management of Sodexo. Mark Courtnidge, Director of Aon. And Ingo Akte, Principal in McKinsey's London office, the well-known management consultant. So thank you, Ingo, for joining us. I know it's obviously been a little bit of a torturous journey in this morning.
Sorry for being late.
No, it's a pleasure to see you. Thank you very much.